All right, you can see that I already have some drawings here, and you can see that I have not created the border yet. First, I just created an interesting drawing. Then I'm going to think about where do I want my border to be. And some things will be cut out and some things won't. And so to make this one interesting, I want the front of this car coming out of the border. And that's gonna make it look like it's coming quickly. And to do that, I gotta cut off some other things. So what I'm gonna cut off is some of the back here. I'm going to cut off the top, and then I'm gonna create a border at the bottom. But then right here, I've gotta figure out how much of this car I want coming out. I think I want about that much. And then I have this front wheel coming out. Then I just simply erase. It's not hard. Going to erase everything that doesn't make my car look like it's going fast out of this border. This cutting off this dirt and smoke back here really pushes the background inside the border. Then from there, now it really looks like my car is coming out of this border. I could do the same thing with this guy. And one thing I'm going to do is cut off his front foot, but then allow his back foot to come out of it. So I'm going to cut off this foot as if he's stepping into this border, allowing the front of it to come beyond the border. So then I'm also going to have this hand and arm come out.
Like this.
So I just started with a drawing. Then I thought about what do I need to erase? What do I need to cut off to make it feel like this thing is coming out beyond the border? Then the next step is to practice our coloring. When we color this, I want you to actually practice coloring with some good coloring techniques, which means that I'm laying my pencil on its side and I'm creating soft layers. And so I'm not coloring like this, where I have all of these different streaks and strokes in it. I'm turning it on its side, I'm holding it softly, I'm working in circles, and I'm creating layers of soft color. And so I'm gonna go over it several times, creating a nice solid color, making sure that it's nice and soft. I'm going very quickly because I'm used to be able to go around things quickly with how many times I've colored before. If you need to slow down to stay inside the lines and to clean up your coloring, then definitely slow down.
I'm going to create all of this. Everything inside the border is colored. Everything on the outside is cut off. Then I need to come in with some browns, create some dirt. Once again, coloring with it on its side, nice and softly. Then, for some of these little parts that have like these little dirt lines, sure, we can pick it up and use it like a regular pencil and draw hard to kind of make these little points of emphasis, making sure to not draw outside that border.
And now I have a pretty good idea of what colors I'm going to use on the real one. In a thumbnail sketch like this, I want to add as much detail and color as I can so that I know what I'm going to do when I get to the final one. I'm also practicing my skills. I'm practicing coloring. Even someone like myself, I try to do this. I try to add in as much detail as I can into the thumbnail sketch. All right, so you need to do this. You need to make sure that you have a really good drawing, something that you're really interested in, something that you think looks nice. After you have your drawing, then we'll cut it off. Make sure that it looks interesting when it's cut off. If it doesn't, then we need to keep working. Then we'll practice coloring this thing. And in doing so, I'm going to make a lot of changes. I'm going to notice this might be too dark. This might not be quite this angle. Maybe I need to use a black colored pencil there instead of brown. But you're gonna make those decisions later after you've practiced. All right, so once you get to this point, go ahead and start adding your color. Everyone should be working. You should be making progress this entire time. In an hour and a half, we should have a complete finished thumbnail sketch with all of the color.